This video I show you how to use the Magic Bias roulette app, web saas app. You can use it in any browser. Just go to rap4r.com and you can use it on a tablet, mobile phone, or a laptop browser recommended. And you scroll down and you navigate to the tab Bias Roulette app. Put in your access code that I give you and then click on the Magic Bias FR5 sector app. And here I just describe details about the app, what minimum spins 20 per FR, and how many spins recommended for more certainty. Max 5,000 spins supported. Usually 50 to 100 spins is plenty. 30 to 40 per FR usually is good enough to get an idea on uncertainty on that. So I describe what that talks about. You can read that. Here's the image I use. And it has the sectors, 5 sectors, A, B, C, D, E, based on the positions of the wheel. So when you record the data, you record it by sector, ball drop, and then ball land, or use the numbers. So you can use the numbers to record your data in the browser. So say for instance, they release position number, pocket number 28, 12 noon. So you would record 28. And then count how many times 28 goes around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put in FR count 4. And then use the numbers for landing and say the winning number is number 8. And then add spin. And so it says it's recorded 1 spin, but you need at least 20 spins to show results. So it's recorded 1 spin, drop E, land C, FR4. So say for instance you did that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's change it up a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so we're at 19 spins. One more. Add spin, and then now it does some analysis based on hitting 20 spins. It says FR4. So this is a simple bias, physical bias. So it landed in C 15 times. So very good strike rate, 70% strike rate. 16 times it hit lands sector C. No matter wherever you release from, it landed in sector C. So that's a simple bias, and it would say bet on number C. If you want to do simple bias like Joseph Jagger did, but usually you want a lot more spins for a physical bias, but it gives you an idea. And it gives you the next analysis is from sector to sector. So it does a cumulative strike rate from sector land C, and actual C's target is 30%, but it's reaching around 70%. So it does a full detail analysis of that physical bias for you. And it gives you the cumulative net strike units you would accumulate if you kept betting on C, knowing that it was going to hit C from then all the way up. So you could make up to 400 net units based on that. And there's a drawdown. It drops. So the worst case, you lose 48 units, but then it goes back up to normal. So that would be your stop loss. You wouldn't want to go less than minus 50 units based on the analysis of that. And then it does the analysis on the other sectors. Not so good. Sector A, B, D, and E. So that's the detailed physical bias analysis and done there. Next, we have a heat map. So it says going from B to B is a strong 66% heat map for FR4, and then very high C to C. So you'd bet on C to C once again. So once a dealer releases from C and then lands in C, you have a strong based on the data we entered. And it gives you detailed analysis meeting that or exceeding that 30% strike rate and what numbers you want to bet on the table or racetrack layout. Okay, the final analysis is the most advanced analysis you should follow. It recommends betting on -2, -1, and +1 position. So if the ball is on release drop A, bet on these numbers, racetrack or table layout. Ball is on release drop B, bet on these numbers and racetrack layout and so forth. So it says a very strong 3-sector strike, triple bias layout. Now you get 100% actual results if you bet on those 3. So it does full details analysis on that. You're looking at least minimum 75% for 3 sectors. And here's the net units that you're making. Cumulative going up to 250 net units. If you need to bet on those 3, there's no drawdown, so there's no loss because you've got 100% strike rate. So pretty awesome. And then you wanted to look at and download that as a PDF and then take it to the casino. So you can download it, save it, and then you can have a look at it. And then you've got that as a betting sheet, give to your betters. And all it is the wheel. And then when the sector is when they release for that same direction for that wheel. If it's at B, you'd bet on those numbers for the winning numbers. If the ball drop is D, you'd bet on those numbers to win. If the ball drop is E at that position at 12 noon, then you bet on those numbers and so forth. No more details on this. It's supposed to be simple, looking like lucky numbers. You're taking a casino, let alone the detail analysis there. And you got A4 or letter format there. So that's the basics of it for capturing the data and doing analysis. The reset come into here. You can upload your data from the mobile phone and capture it on the Android app, and then hit upload. And so it uploads your spins. And based on FR count 4, you can say show results and accumulate the trends. So what that does is accumulates the stats in the charts based on groups of data, so every 5 spins versus just one individual spin. So as you can see, the physical analysis not so great. There was nothing that hit the physical bias of 30% for one particular sector. 26% came pretty close for sector D, but didn't meet the strike rate. So no recommendations on physical bias. As you can see there, the target, it never really reached it. Came close, but no. And the net units wasn't that great, up and down, and a very bad drawdown. So physical bias on B, A, same, and so forth. Nothing. D's a little bit better, goes up, but a big loss there too. So the heat map, yeah, 30%, not that great for D. So if you bet on D, you get 30%, barely minimal to make their strike rate. So it's got B, D, and E, barely just meets it. Release B and then lands on B, 30%. Release D, land on D. So definitely a 0, 0, 0 in those 3 areas, bare minimum to make the 30%. So as you can see, you're barely covering the target strike rate for that heat map. B, looking at the analysis of the results, you'd make 175 units for B with the drawdown. D does drop below, then comes back up. So not as good as B. And E to D is about the same. And then overall, the advanced analysis, which is the one you usually mostly follow, is displacement bias. FR4 doesn't recommend any sectors that meet the thresholds up above, so nothing there. So the thresholds for the one sector, 30%, 2, 55, and 75. So none of those were met. So you'd look at that and go, okay, well, let's look at the other FR data we have. Show results, see if we've got anything for FR3. So we'd skip FR4 dealers and only play FR3 dealers. And once again, the physical bias, nothing great there. Nothing recommended. Heat map, we've got some recommendations, very strong C to B. B to C, sorry, B to C. So release drop B and then land in C. And that's a very strong high strike rate right there, 75%. And then the sector displacement, it's saying 3 sectors, -2, +1, and +2. So if the ball drop release was A, bet on those numbers and so forth. And a very strong strike rate, 77.8%. So it meets the 75 minimum for 3 sectors. And then you can go and do detail analysis on that cumulative strike rate. Looking at -2, 1 +1 +2, 77.8%. So a period of time, 50 times cumulative spins, 4, 5. Yep. So intervals of 5 spins, window of 50. So yeah, it's looking like it goes up eventually. It goes up eventually. There's no loss, which is good. And there we have it. That's how you use the saas app. It's quite involved, but once you get the hang of it and practice with it and learn it, so you can record the data directly, or you can upload it from the mobile app. This supports uploading from other apps where a different format file. I won't get into that. And then you can download the CSV as well. It downloads it. And you can see it's recorded your data. So if you wanted to reload it into your mobile app, you could as well. So that's pretty much it. If you want access, you need an access code. I need to grant you access. And yeah, and then you can see, so I went through the 5 sector. There's also a 7 sector version and American wheel version as well. And then the French physical bias, which is a different format. I've shown a sample scene screenshot there, a really good result. So I captured for a real live wheel. And then you'll understand what I'm talking about when you look at the charts, the analytics, what it does. Okay, I hope that explains it all.